I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer, great one. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I can do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I don't know what happened with the intro. I'm sure they're improving things at StreamYard. About a month ago, maybe not even, there was an article that came out that I think it was the last quarter or the last unit of time they measured it. Baby boomers were the number one purchasers of homes, beating out millennials. I'm like, come on, man. Just really? Huh? Really? But in that article, there was this phrase called, and I had to go back and find again, multi-generational home. And they mentioned that was on the rise. I said, what the hell is this? So I found an article and I'm just like, can you all just fuck off? Just like, honest to God. Oh my God. Maybe I'm just way too pissed off in different Gen X. Why is multi-generational home buying on the rise? And what are the benefits of buying with family? What? From 2021 to 2023, the percentage of multi-generational families buying a home together jumped from 11% to 14%. So what is multi-generational home buying and why the increase in the past few years? Well, the National Association of Realtors stated in a recent report that this type of home buying serves several purposes. Just get to the part where you stick the dildo in my ass. Just get to that part. Stop lubing me up and just tell me how you're going to screw me over. Including the abilities. Here we go. Here's the window dressing. Here's the lipstick on the pig. Stated in a recent report that this type of home buying serves several purposes, including the ability for younger generations to care for their elders. Oh boy, that's what they want to do. That's exactly what they want to do. You mean the group of people, which is my group of people now, who get 15.3% of everybody's paycheck and more or less free health care and had all these decades to save up money, who are buying more houses than younger generations. Now we also get younger people to take care of us. I caught a lot of flack for having that Smith & Wesson retirement plan that I wrote in Bachelor Pad Economics. How do you like me now? Who's looking like he knew what he was talking about back? I'm so sick and tired of being right so young, so ahead of the normies. Oh, hey, gang, you can have your parents live with you. The fuck we will. There's a nice ditch over there. Ability for younger generations to care for their elders, to get a home that may have been financially out of reach, or even just to be closer to the family and enjoy the time they have together. Where is this? Croatia? What country are we in? Where does the family like to live together? This is the United States. This is where the parent and the elder generation says, fuck you kids, get the fuck out of here. And no, we're not going to give you jobs. We're going to put ridiculous hurdles in the way for you to become financially successful. We're going to lie to you the entire time. Oh, now, hey, what are we? Some Southern Italian family? Now, grandma, Nana needs some taken care of. Are you fucking joking me? This country where we outsource kids to daycare and the teachers and bootstraps and hit the ground running. Woo! oh, with the best we could, but what we had. We're divorced. It's like they have really, really, or even just to be closer to family and enjoy the time they have together. Look, I love my folks, but it's like 3, 4 days. I'm like, you getting the fuck out of here? I showed you everything. Yeah, go home. I do love you. Yeah, but go home now. With housing prices having jumped during the disease, it's not surprised that younger professionals are teaming up with their parents or even grandparents to make the dream of owning a home a reality. So is that how we're spinning it? We're pooling our resources so we can. So nothing's different than 1980 or 1990. We're all still living together. I didn't come this far. I didn't come this far to have a roommate. Right? I like my friend. I mean, I don't mind if I have a roommate for a while, but inevitably it's like, hey, it's been a couple months. Get the fuck out. A personal story. Ray Rodriguez, regional mortgage sales manager for TD Bank in Metro New York area, says his mother is up in age and in good health. Where's dad? Where's dad? See, I have a lot of first generation immigrant clients who come in and they say, hey, mom and dad moved here, whatever, 70s, 80s. I busted my ass off, and I'm some established professional, whatever it might be. Mom and dad they're asking when they can move in, and I said no, or their finances are bad. And I always ask, well, what are mom and dad doing? Oh, they've just been collecting welfare. Fuck them. Look, I know you. Look. Let me explain to you, immigrant boomer parents or you immigrant parents coming in. I know you want to be just like all the other American parents, but can you at least go through the facade or the motions of being the industrious, hardworking immigrant that established some kind of company or a good restaurant and had honor and take instead of going right to the welfare? Can you at least have 3 generations before you go right to the welfare? Okay, I know you're eager to be like American parents here. Well, give me my check, but could you hold off a generation or two? Where's dad, Rodriguez? Donde está padre? Mother's up in age and in good health. Good thing she's got a husband to take care of her. Unless the next couple paragraphs, the dad passed away. Fuck your ma. But life happens, and that could change, Ray said. As someone who would do anything for his family, Ray said when the time comes, he'd welcome his mother into his home with open arms. Yeah, how long with that? Yeah, sounds great on paper, Ray. What a good boy. The same can be said for his kids. As Ray says, it's his duty and privilege to support his children. Oh, you're a good Democrat. So you just got to support everyone. And then when they take advantage of you and you are their fucking slave, and that's how Americans are, Rodriguez, immigrant or not, this kind of home buying is also good for young adults who may not be ready to have their own place, he said. For example, if I have a child that just got out of college and is struggling to afford their own housing. Ray said the multi-generational, wait, are you in mortgage? Is that it? Mortgage sales manager. Geez, Ray, I wonder why you're saying that. And by the way, this is written by TD Stories. So this is a sales. Ray, are you lying? Are you just saying you take your money and your wealth? I absolutely get a mortgage. What better place than TG Ameritrade? Ray said that the multi-generational home buying is an approach found in many cultural communities. Well, how about you stop having more kids than you can afford? Let's start there. Let's do the not collect welfare thing. How's that? Let's start there. Now, I will grant some cultural communities are good carpenters and can build their own homes. And God bless them. But for the vast majority of other people, including Native Americans, I don't mean American Indians, I mean people born in the United States. Yeah, no. Have your kids and your parents live with you? Do you want the murder rate to go up? Are you insane? The National Association of Realtors findings also supports Ray's observations. It found that diverse and minority home buyers, 18 to 19%, are also almost twice as likely as their white counterparts, 10%, to purchase a multi-generational home. I will say in part because you're either relatively new here and you don't have the money, or here you go, sit down, I'm about to help you out. I'm being deadly serious. You have more kids than you can afford, and that's why you are poor. And if you all stop having kids you can't afford, you can all have your own place. Multi-generational home buying benefits. We got to get to drawbacks. The NAR conducted a survey to find out the top reasons that multi-generational home buying might be on the rise. Poverty. Mom and dad didn't save money. There, I answered your question. They spoke they spoke to both first-time buyers and repeat buyers. The most popular reasons among first-time buyers were cost savings, the desire for a larger home, both coming in at 28%. When you have more people chip in for a monthly mortgage, it helps out quite a bit, in particular with higher interest rates that we've recently seen. It can help you buy a home. You know what? It helps you buy a home you previously couldn't afford. You know what? This is creating a disaster for down the road only because I've seen it. Grandma and grandpa die. Who gets their percentage? It's in the will. They gave it to their favorite now the grandson. Oh God, this is a co-ownership nightmare. This is a co-ownership nightmare. The most popular reason for repeat buyers was taking care of an aging parent. The fuck is Social Security and Medicare for? What the fuck was I paying for? You go down to the government facility all voted for, and you go get your fucking health care there. At 23%, like Ray mentioned earlier, 23% of first-time home buyers also admitted to never leaving home. Well, 15% said they want to spend more time with their parents. So 85% said they wanted to spend less. For repeat buyers, 90% stated that children over the age of 18 moved back home. That's the second dildo they're going to stick in your ass, Gen X. Although you stick it in your own ass because you didn't change at all. You just like the baby boomers, you spoiled your kids rotten, and you're going to let your 31-year-old son move back at home. Well, he's just still finding himself. Congratulations, you raised a bunch of Democrats, even if they vote Republican. Always sponging. And then your parents come in. What? How much money are we supposed to make with parents and children living at home? Oh my God. I go and get some of that fluorescent orange spray paint that you put to mark like gas lines and electrical lines. I just paint a big old circle around my house to say, hey, I'm coming for a visit. You cross that fluorescent orange line, you're dead. You're dead. Don't you cross that line. What's this big orange line here? That's the do not cross. I'll come to you. We'll go have dinner. We'll go down to the IHOP. You get a hotel. The biggest combined statistic for first-time home buyers or repeat home buyers was the desire to be able to afford a bigger home, with both groups combining both groups. Oh my God, for 46%. The National Association of Realtors found that Gen X is the most likely generation to be involved in multi-generational home buying. Yeah, because we're the ones with the money. I don't mean a lot. We're just not the spongers. Like, okay, we're the ones who have jobs. The association defines that. This is interesting as the demographic overlaps two major categories of those looking to buy multi-generational housing, people looking to care for older parents, and those whose children might not have left home or came back home recently. Dude, if I had kids, can I come back home? No, you can't. Like when they leave, I'm like, look, I'll help you out a little bit on some things. Okay. Hopefully by the time you're 18, I've taught you some skills that you can go make $100,000 a year. You're not coming back. I'm banging your mom. We're going to turn your room into a stripper pole room. I'm going to fuck your mom where the head of your bedstand used to be. I don't ever want you. Here's the couch. You could stay on the couch for like Christmas and then get the hell out of here. Wouldn't I make the most wonderful dad ever? Understanding the downsides, having the hard conversations early, deciding on ownership. I predicted it. There's this word in the English language. It's the best word ever. It's called no. Hey, we need help. Sounds like a you problem. I mean, legit. Legit. That sounds like a you problem. Your kids could, although I think if your kids are moving back in, then you got to take them because you were a bad parent. If you didn't train your kids to be independent adults, like to be able to support themselves, like you pushed your kids out of the nest and then went splat on the ground metaphorically, yeah, then you got to bring them back in. Like if you're the baby boomer couple who raised an insufferable daughter who went and got pregnant and spat a kid out, and then, the guy had disappeared, you couldn't find him, and then you get to raise your grandkid, that's you guys. You get to have your children come back at home. Why don't you buy some marijuana for them? Why don't you be the cool parents? Because you don't like doing the hard shit. Oh my God. Hey, Gen X, become a slave. There, that was what that article was. No. Let's go to super chats. Nino, $5. I know I intentionally gave you bad advice your whole life, sabotaged you, and gave you a hard time for no reason. But can I come live with you? I know. And our peers, and we took 15%, and all of our peers made it impossible for you to find a job. But can we come live with you? No. Uber noob, $5. I remember boomers said we should respect our elderly like the Japanese. You mean the Japanese that rebuilt their country from war? You wrecked ours. Yeah, good point. If you could, like it went like that. Although Japan did have some troubles in the 90s and since then too. There you go. Use the word no. And I think you baby boomers, if you need help with living, you should just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Get your foot in the door. Hit the ground running. And maybe you should get a master's. Have you thought about, you can't put a price on education. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.